Did you know if you're still doing crunches or even sit-ups, you're training your core the wrong way? Now, exercises such as crunches or sit-ups are a great way to start training our ab muscles, but they're not a really effective way at training our core. Now, if your first thought is, what's the difference between training your abs and training your core? Boy, do I have some information to give you, because our abdominal muscles are just as they are. They're the muscles in the abdomen. But our core muscles are any muscle that stabilizes the spine. So those house our abdominal muscles, but also our spinal stabilizers, along with our diaphragm and our pelvic floor. So to train our core effectively, we'd want to be able to use all those muscles in concert with one another so we can continue to build core strength, but also our spinal stability and even athletic performance. So in this video, I'm going to show you my 3 best core exercises. I like to call these core primers because I always do a few sets of these before my workout to activate everything before I go train. So number 1 is one of my all-time favorites. We call this a dead bug. Like you're a dead bug upside down, where you bring your legs up and your arms out in front of you. And what you do is you want to flatten your back to the ground. So I bring my knees up until I'm nice and flat, and I want to maintain that during the whole exercise. Next, we're going to start to move opposite arm, opposite leg. So now we're starting to train our oblique slings to really involve a lot of the ab muscles, but also as we maintain good spinal position, we're also using our spinal stabilizers. So as long as we don't break the plane of motion like this, we're going to be using all the core muscles at the same time during this one exercise. So for this, I like to do a good 10 reps on each side, and then we're going to move on to number 2. Number 2, we're going to be doing what we call a bird dog exercise. So I'm going to get into this tabletop or quadruped position. I'm going to do a little bit of a cow and then a cat, and then I want to cycle back and forth until I find my neutral spine. Right here feels comfortable to me. And then now we're going to start to move opposite arm, opposite leg. So I really have to maintain my spinal stability in this exercise. Again, I'm not trying to dump into extension. I'm really just trying to stay as solid as possible. And that's going to start training all the core muscles along with your abs, because everybody wants abs. Nice. So I do a good 10 on each side. I feel like I'm getting really primed. I'm already starting to sweat a little bit. And then most of us function on 2 feet. So the next exercise is going to be incorporating all those muscles while standing up. So for this, we just need 1 prop, and that's just a stick. I got a PVC pipe, but you can use a broom at home. What we're going to do is some hip hinge to squats. So I'm going to place this pipe or whatever you have at home against my back. We're trying to hit 3 main points: back of the skull, between the shoulder blades, and then the top of the sacrum or that tailbone area. And if you have a little bit of space here, we want to try to close that. I like to think of tucking my tail between my legs. And now I have really good spinal position. So from here, we're just going to start to sit back until I run out of real estate. Again, not moving through the spine, trying to stay nice and solid. And then from here, I can start to squat down. Come back up, hips through, hips back, bend from the knees, squat, come back up, hips through. And this is helping ingrain both a squat pattern, but also a deadlift pattern at the same time. So I do a good 10 of these to really warm up the core. Again, if this is too easy, once you feel comfortable with this spinal alignment, then you can grab a weight and do more of like a goblet squat. So I hinge, squat down, back up, hips through, trying to maintain that good spinal alignment the whole time. So there you have it. There's 3 exercises to start training your core appropriately so you can have a stronger core, but also a stronger spine at the same time. And a stronger core is going to lead to increased athletic performance, but also injury prevention at the same time. The more stable we are at our center, the more mobile we can be elsewhere, especially without the risk of injury. So if you learned something new today, well, give this a like, comment, of course, if you want to see more core stability, and then hit that subscribe button.